also got to meet with Chris Pearson, who was the composer of that piece, which is really cool. They got to talk to him and figure out how the piece works. And it was kind of nice to hear him say that he wrote the piece and intended for a middle school to play, to open the concert. What a great idea, let's open the concert with the piece that was intended for that. This next piece that we're going to play is Zeal. I really like this piece because it features our low brass and our low woodwinds. They have heard me say the phrase a lot lately to be beefy, meaning that I need to hear them. So if you don't hear them, tell them that you cannot hear them. That's the whole point of this piece. So we're going to play Zeal. So for our Achievement of Excellence Award, this goes to students who go above and beyond their main class. They show up, they have a positive attitude, they're ready for rehearsal, and the first recipient is a member of the percussion section that has really shined throughout the year, and then solo and ensemble with Division 1 rating, and routinely mastering new grooves on the drum set during jazz day. Our second recipient is a member of the woodwind section, is a dedicated ensemble member, and has really blossomed this year, performing in 2 ensembles and stepping out of her comfort zone to learn a new instrument. Please step forward to receive your certificate. I am proud to announce that the recipients of the Achievement of Excellence are Danny and Adrian. The Outstanding Leadership Award recognizes students that have exemplified strong leadership skills amongst their peers. These students show up with a positive attitude. They know their parts to help other people out with their parts. The first recipient is a member of the woodwind section, and the other is a member of the brass section. The first is a strong leader within the low woodwind section that has no problem stepping in and helping others. Not only does she do this, but she is able to help encourage her section and even offers me some feedback so that I can be a better teacher. And trust me, on more than one occasion. What is a good thing? Our second recipient is a tuba player that has truly led by example. He is new to the school this year, and I have enjoyed watching him get better at his playing abilities and confidence this year. So the recipients are Olivia Felak and George Franco-Mace. This next piece that we're going to play for you is How to Train Your Dragon. This is kind of symbolic of handing over the baton. I will say about this class, as you noticed in the beginning, they are really a fun class. They can be, lovingly when I say this, annoying sometimes, especially at 7:30 in the morning. But I really am going to miss them and miss all their fun stories and their horrible taking pictures of me. They have a collection. Do not ask them for it. But it's very unpleasant pictures of me. Men conducting because I make horrible faces. It's fine. I don't know. I think I'm just really grateful to have had the opportunity to start these students and to watch them become budding young adults. So this next piece that Mr. Good is going to conduct is How to Train Your Dragon. Alright, as we are announcing this final award, the choirs can get set, and the seventh graders joining the band can come on out. And we'll have one more piece to finish. So the Director's Award is the highest award given to 8th graders in band. This is a nationally given award, and this goes to the student that displays leadership, pursuit of music excellence, and a desire to better our band program. The recipient is a member of the brass class. This student has attended numerous honor bands, claimed for brass days, solo ensembles, consistently received honor remarks from room judges, has been a strong leader through his middle school experience, although he's quiet, performed solos in jazz class, and has been striving to push himself daily. This student was chosen by Mr. Good and I, and we both agree that he is genuinely kind-hearted and a hard-working student. Although quiet, most of the time, the student has a true desire to propel the band program forward, and we cannot wait to see his growth as he progresses in the years to come. Please step forward to receive your certificate and plaque. This student's name will be engraved on a plaque joining a long list of former award winners. I am proud to announce that the recipient of the Director's Award for Band is Connor Howard. I missed 2 awards. Outstanding Musicianship Award. This goes to students who are just outstanding musicians. They come to class period of day, and they're really great students. They're both from the brass class. This is going to Griffin Baker and Joan Toyer.
Coming out tonight. A big shout out to our folks up in this control booth. Thank you so much. Yes. And it does take a whole crew to run this, and one person special up in our control booth is heading towards retirement. Dan Hope, class of 1970. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that part, was I? He has been running sound at our band and our choir concerts for many years. And tonight, although hopefully we'll still see him in and out over the next few years, he's going to be hanging up this hat, and some others will be taking over. So a big shout out for, what would that be, 55 years of service for Dan. Thank you. To thank our accompanist, Mrs. Griffith. The choir boosters will have their next meeting on May 28th. Come be a part of that, as will be elected officers for next year. And I think that'll be a wrap. So this piece here is Homeward Bound. It is kind of what brought this whole concert together, and we're looking forward to featuring 7th graders, 8th graders, and